Get a list of all the things? Okay, so you're going to want to put, now I'll tell you, kind of, if you've read this, then you've already know this, but one of the things that I do, because I wanted to keep this full, and it's kind of hard, you know, you want to keep it fresh and you want to keep this full. So I always have 2 of everything. So in my medicine cabinet in my house, I still have my ibuprofen, we still have our cough medicine, we still have the allergy medicine, we still have all of that stuff that we need. But when I run out, then I take what's in here and I put it in my medicine cabinet, and then when I have to make mental note, replace this, and then this is always fresh and always stocked. And the other thing is I never run out of medicine. If it's gone and it's like the infant Tylenol is gone, I already know. I've got a brand new one right in here. Or if I run out of cough medicine or whatever it is we need, I just don't run out. I just love that. I just don't run out. I'm never without. Now, when my kids were young and at home, I realized we were going through a lot of these things a lot faster. And so sometimes these would start expiring. And that kind of bugged me. And now that I don't go through as medications as much, I'll tell you a little secret that I found. Because one of my goals this year is I wanted to update all of my stuff. And so this was one of the things I updated not long ago. And because it kind of got pricey. If you go and buy all of your Benadryl and all of your stuff that you need, it got kind of expensive. But I found a really great find at Walmart. They have a new brand. Now, if you're brand specific, this may not work for you. And like when I had little kids, I was a little brand specific because I knew Triaminic worked and Robitussin didn't work, for certain coughs or whatever. And so I kind of got a little, brand specific. But now I don't have to be so much. But there's a brand at Walmart. Everything is 88 cents. This box, 88 cents. This box, 88 cents. The anti-diarrhea, 88 cents. The allergy relief, 88 cents. Everything. Check this one out. The cortisone cream, 88 cents. So I started comparing prices and I'm going, okay, what is up? So I got the pharmacist and I went over there and I said, okay, now, is this really good stuff? And we compared the active ingredient. It was the exact same. He's looking at me and he says, it is the exact same. Now, where they're saving in price a little bit is some of these, like there's only 10 soft gels. Well, when you buy the other one, you might get 15, or something like that. So you might get a few less. But if you think that, it's going to expire and you don't want to keep dumping a lot of money into this, I thought this was such a great alternative. So if you go to Walmart, literally, we compared this. I can't remember the prices right now, but they had this, these were all 88 cents, but the Walmart version of Benadryl was like $2.19 or something, and then the real Benadryl was like $3.99. So I had these 3 boxes, and I'm going, okay, 88 cents, $2.19, $3.99, and I'm looking with the pharmacist, and he's going, they're all the same. They are all the same. So if you want, check out the little Walmart thing, because I thought, now I was a little specific. I do like the bacitracin, and so that one I kind of won't give on.
So are they in a special area?
They're over by the pharmacy, and they're typically on that end cap, so that faces the pharmacy. They were kind of right there on that end cap. And man, I was having a heyday because I really thought it was going to cost a lot of money. I thought, 88 cents, it's only 88 cents. Cough drops, only 88 cents.
Their Equate Tylenol is dirt cheap, too.
Oh, yeah, it's the Equate brand that's Walmart.
Cheap.
Yeah, so look, you can look for the Equate and compare it with this new brand. I don't even know what it's called. I don't even know if it has a name. But anyways, what were you going to say?
They also have different things like that at the dollar store.
Oh, at the dollar
for
store.
$1.
Yeah.
And I don't know the numbers of things, but I use that all the time. And
Yeah.
really they are the same. Just look at the active ingredients and compare them. It's exactly the same. You have to have the chemical name on it so you can compare those 2 things together. Same amount, same percentage, everything is exactly the same.
Can you hear her in the back there? She says if you go to the dollar store, compare the active ingredient and compare the percentage. If it's a 2% or 3 or 4% or whatever, compare, because they truly are exactly the same. So this kind of allowed me to update this and keep it really freshly stocked. And I tell you, I love the fact that I can pick this up no matter where I'm going, and I have everything I need. So I love that aspect of
Tami,
it.
can I ask a question?
You bet.
have a backpack for each of our kids.
Yeah.
And so I've stacked medicines in each thing thinking I want to divide it up. But is it better to have their backpacks with their clothes in it and their food in it and then have that?
Well, okay, one thing I would for sure put in their backpack is any medicine that's specific to them. If they have an allergy or if they have asthma or if they have something that's very particular to them and they have a prescription medicine or something, absolutely I'd keep that in their 5-day prep pack. Absolutely. Now in our kids, we all have a small first aid, like a little small personal size first aid. It would just do minor cuts and scrapes. And literally, if I had to walk out of my house with everything I could just push, pull, or carry, that might be all we have. You know, and that's why I say if you've got prescription medicine, you keep it in that backpack. But this is like one of the first items on my grab and go list. You know, if I can carry more than that, like mine's rolling, and I can kind of strap this on or whatever. You know, but on my grab and go list, absolutely. My first aid kit goes with me. I mean, you need to take your portable water. I mean, there's things you need to take that, you know. But as Melinda was saying, so many of us are comfortable buying food and water for emergencies because they're so easy to use. You know, we're familiar. They're not intimidating. Sometimes these supplies are a little intimidating to us, and so we don't readily, you know, jump to get these kind of supplies. But we were talking, and it's like you can live without food for about 4 weeks. You can live without water for about 4 days, you know. But how long does it take you to bleed out? What, about 30 minutes?
A minute and a half.
A minute and a half?
Depends on where you're bleeding from.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very
So,
short time.
so pretty soon, how important is your food and water? Which is very important, don't get me wrong. But if you're bleeding out, I mean, these are supplies we don't really want to be without, you know. And they're supplies that everybody can use. I mean, this is not something you have to be. I am not an EMT. I've gone through the Red Cross class, so I've been, you know, certified, but that was a long time ago, and I've probably forgotten it all, you know. But I'm not like a trained trauma nurse. These people scare me. I think, ooh, and like when you see a doctor, it's like, ooh, I mean, they like know so much, and I don't know any of that. But you know what? I'm not intimidated if I've looked at it, I own it, I know where it is, I know what to do with it, you know. And there's nothing worse when I think that I might. You know, I really think family, my responsibility is my family first. My family's first line of defense is, guess what? Moi. You know, I mean, that's where they're coming to. And I thought, you know, I wouldn't be so intimidated if my kid were bleeding. You know, I mean, maybe if it were me, I'd say, oh, let me go. But, you know, you just wouldn't do that with your kid. And all of a sudden, I think I would be really glad I would have these. And I hope it's kind of like, you know, all my emergency preparedness stuff, I hope I never have to use them and I never have to live on them. But in the meantime, it gives me a lot of peace. And I thought, you know what, if I never use it, the peace of mind that I have is worth every penny I put into it. And sometimes I think we're a little watched over when we're prepared. If that's how we can say that delicately. Okay. Does anyone have questions on the first aid? Now, there's lots of other things that you need in your first aid kit. And so some of mine, if you'll notice, now I've kind of made this not so organized. Okay, we have first aid books. Mine's an old first aid kit, or first aid book. We ordered the brand new ones from Red Cross, and it's a great little book. It is Spanish on this side. I was hoping to get one that was like all in English, because the first thing I did is on the English side, I opened it up and it's upside down Spanish. And I'm going, what? What? So if you get past that part, it really is a great book, and it's all labeled, you know, on the sides. So I like this one. I don't even want to look at the date. I'm sure all the CPR like measurements and, you know, the pumps and breaths and everything are all wrong in this. I just had it for so long, and I'll probably now upgrade and change to this one. But I think that you need a good first aid book. So we have those on the order form. The CPR shields. Does everybody know how to use these and what they are? You may not use them on your own family, but certainly if you were going to perform CPR on a stranger, I don't want to open it, but it just has a big plastic shield that goes over it, and there's something that goes down in their mouth that kind of keeps their tongue in the right position. Then when you're blowing into them, you're actually on plastic, and you're not on their skin and their legs.